Hello and welcome to Champs versus Chumps Volume 6. We're here in Golden Gate Park, beautiful sunny San Francisco. Brought along a friend. I got a co-commentator this time, Mr.
Hi.
AJ Risley.
Hi, Nate. How's it going?
Hey man, I'm doing great. We've got two teams here ready to do battle. Team number one,
battle.
a raucous bunch. I don't know how many, uncountable numbers. It's the Chumps. They're always ready for a fight.
They just got tased.
They're always ready for a fight. And in the other corner, just two players. Can they defeat an army? It's the Champs.
Whoa.
And we got new champs this time. Debut of some new champs. Ricky Wysocki and Paige Pierce. Should be an exciting battle. These chumps are in for a whooping.
De facto, pterodactyl when I micro and macro my mind. Why would I try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high? And I'm that guy with the flashlight, looking back at the track with the black light. How about this, how about that? Pay attention to wax, you're free to see what that's like. And that's why we need to take things slow. And that's why we need to let some things go. Take a trip through your mystery. Hopefully this visit is a victory. And quick to relieve any trickery. Then we can put it down as history. Bye.
Hole one, uphill, breaking right.
How
Matt,
far would you say this is?
This is medium far. This is
Medium
in
far?
that 300 zone.
Okay.
It's in the range for the most robust chumps, but there's a lot of chumps that can't dream of climbing a hill this big.
Yeah, that's true. Because, I don't know, you'd say robust. Is this like a dark roast of a hole, or what are we talking here?
Well, I'm just talking about the general size of the chumps. I mean, if you have
Oh,
a big,
okay.
burly one,
Gotcha.
often they're going to be able to put a little heat behind the disc
Right.
and make some things happen going up a hill. Other than that, it's pretty difficult. Looks like the champs are going to lead it off. Paige Pierce and Ricky Wysocki, interesting fact, they actually, despite being very different sizes, they wear the exact same hat size.
Yeah, that's... I wish I could add some more depth, but that's just a straight-up fact,
It's
Nate.
true. Paige
my
strikes
goodness.
a tree and lands in the chump zone.
So, that... strategy?
I don't know what that could, if that could be strategy, but
Let's take a deeper look at what format we're playing. Corey, do you know what format we're playing?
I know what format we're playing. Yeah.
Okay.
There's 4 chumps on any given hole, and there are only 2 champs. So we have quads against doubles, and Ricky's attacking the commentary position.
And speaking of being lit up,
Wow. He goes right at us, and the champs are in
Almost got lit
terrible trouble here. The champs are not going to be birdieing. This is a shocking start.
And the
Maybe a little bit of nerves.
yeah, so many nerves for 2 world-class players, both ranked number 1 in their fields, or tied for first at
Yeah,
least.
at least.
But
And
see
here
what
comes a chump with a little bit of
Oh.
juice, but he takes, second available tree, a common chump play, going very early off the fairway and making very solid contact with the tree.
if I had to guess, he would not be the first person to hit that tree. In fact, I think I took a look at that before we started, and there were a few marks on it.
Wow, and
Whoa.
chumps, actually some chumps are left-handed.
Whoa.
And this one has put it up by the pin. We've seen 4 chumps miss putts shorter than that, though, so it's not a done deal. They have a very advantageous position, though.
Yeah, so far they're definitely closer to the basket than both champs.
Here comes Sleepy Legs. Peter Sleepy Legs of Central Coast. He has got him woken up today wearing shorts. You know it's a warm day. And look at him just pump a forehand. You got to wonder, where was Wysocki's forehand if the chumps are popping it up
Yeah, he
here?
was going for the roller. He's stuck in Glen Eagles mode, I
Trying
think.
to make a highlight play when all he needed was a routine forehand. Another chump going to show us.
Little sky forehand off the tree.
Nice and high. Which lie do you think the champs are going to play here?
That's a great question. You know, it's neither one
they're
is great.
both bad.
Did we get a little role reversal on the first hole?
It happens. It has
Yeah.
happened. It's hard to win them all. I do expect they will win most of them. But you do not want the army of chumps to gather momentum early.
No.
They play kind of as one. They're a hive mind. Whatever they do together, and as they fail together, as they succeed together. So if you sort of let them get that momentum, it can get very, very dangerous.
This is kind of like it's. Whoa!
Ricky risking a shot just to try to injure the commentators because he's afraid of the digs we might make at him.
I guess we were too loud.
He should have put
Whatever.
it closer to the basket if he didn't want us to criticize him. Paige wasting no time.
Whoa.
Laying it up pretty close. Ricky is absolutely free to fire here.
So
Look at all these carts.
This is kind of like A Bug's Life, right? Where we've got the chumps are the ants and the champs are like the grasshoppers or something.
That is a very obscure reference, my friend. That's a dated animated film, and I don't know that our audience will have
showing my age.
Will have seen that movie, but it
Bug's
makes
Life?
sense.
Are you kidding?
It makes sense.
Okay.
Ants and grasshoppers.
Now there's ants with a Z.
That's also
That's also a movie.
True.
I feel like they're the same movie though. How far on our far scale of putts? How far would you say this is?
Not far.
This
is probably 23 feet.
That's a little too technical for the viewers at home, so we'll stick with not very far.
Not very far.
Now,
look at that.
It's ideal to get inside not far range.
It's ideal to get inside the basket on the first putt because the pressure just...
Whoa! Oh!
That was just to
turbo
embarrass.
Putt.
Just
Pizza
to
Pie Turbo just
that's
flexing on him
That's
early.
used only to embarrass the champs,
Yes.
I think. And that's a smart play. As the first guy up before, take a shot. Try to embarrass him.
There's nothing in the way either. He just did that just for the...
Purely to demoralize the other squad.
Yeah.
And look at the champs taking their time up here. Arguing over who's going to...
talking about it.
They're already... The seeds of discontent have already been sown here. I think the champs are starting to stress out a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Looks like Ricky and Paige are smiling, but...
But it's a fake smile.
Very
thinly
fake.
veiled.
Very fake. Disgusting. We're on hole 2 at Golden Gate Park. Still in San Francisco, still inside the city limits here.
Yeah, it's a big park, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But the Chumps have taken an early lead. If I was a betting man, I never would have bet on this outcome. We've got a one birdie early with a turbo putt, and now we've moved on to a chump friendly. This is honestly a chump friendly hole. This is maybe 225 feet, a little uphill, breaking to the right.
For the viewers at home, it's not that far.
No, it's not. It really isn't that far.
And it's not that uphill either. It's a little uphill. But again, for the viewers at home, we won't bore you with any footage or anything.
Well, I will.
Uphill.
I'll absolutely do it, but we'll also qualify. Oh, it's Aaron.
Uh-oh.
Aaron, a San
Aaron
Francisco
Jacks
legend
with the thumber.
with a legendary thumber, and we can pretty much bank a birdie. He takes
great.
all the drama out of our show
Yep.
by just throwing a
Boring.
perfect thumber right to the pin. Whoa!
Oh, boss man.
The king
Look at that.
puts a big skip up high. That is Ian.
Yeah.
And that's well done.
Inside
this
the
is
circle.
This
They've
is
got
too
two putts that are not very far.
Oh, look, a kilted chump.
Oh my gosh. Cue the bagpipes.
Oh, look out, commentators. Goes with a crush. No, I can't blame him. Looking for an ace, I would think.
Yeah. Did he bank it off the Spanish moss? Is that?
Yeah, that was part
Is
of
that even-
Oh my, another overhand. No, he switches it. He goes underneath,
Faked you out.
and he's put in a bid on the basket. So easy.
Wow, they grow the chumps pretty skilled here in San Francisco.
They definitely do.
Or maybe this is just a really easy hole.
Paige will show us. It looks like she's going long.
Oh.
Goodbye. They're going to need Ricky right now.
right now.
He likes these little forehand harp shots. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Best drive of the bunch. Easy birdies here. This is a real throwaway hole. This is too easy for. This is their closest drive? I thought the Thumber was closer. They're going to put an Australian up first. An Australian.
Interesting strategy.
Oh, it doesn't
known
work.
for being
And
down under.
And look at how he
hits-
celebrates a miss. It's a basic disconnect with some of the chumps that they're still sort of deciding. You know, the fist pump. He fist pumps a miss. It's they think that maybe the layup is the good play. They have a hard time just kind of strategizing.
Yeah.
The golf part of the game. The throwing is one thing, but the golfing is something they've not yet mastered.
I can see the first celebration. I can see when you miss high, it's like when you miss high, you gave it a chance.
But you don't want to be waving your arms and celebrating. You know,
who knows?
You can
Maybe
be
he's
internally happy.
maybe he's got a deep personal struggle.
Could be.
That's just boiled over.
Yeah. Who are we to presume? Is a long one, probably 400 feet. I would be surprised if any of the chumps have the arm to access this pin, but I've been surprised before.
The California Gold Rush of 1849 brought rapid growth, making it the largest city on the West Coast at the time. San Francisco became consolidated city county in 1856. And after 3/4 of the city was destroyed by the 1906 earthquake and fire, San Francisco was quickly rebuilt.
We've got shots coming in at this point.
Yes, and much like the city was quickly rebuilt, the chumps of San Francisco have quickly rebuilt their reputation as a formidable bunch here at Golden Gate Park.
We've got one chump in the fairway.
Oh, boy.
That is
lovely hyzer flip.
Halfway to the pin.
How far would you say this is?
This is far.
Yeah.
And that is a very low drive. He's not happy with that. Oh, and look at this golden-haired stallion. Oh my Johnny football.
His hair really does look magnificent.
Oh, it's just shining, and he's going forehand roller,
like
as
gossamer
only
curtains.
he would.
Oh man.
And it's decent, but it's not worth those cheers.
It's. I don't even know if that was from the mob there. That sounded like a neighborhood dog.
Could have been a ghost.
Very true.
Here's
the ghost of Golden Gate Park.
Paige attacking commentary position. That's nice. That's hyzering back.
Great. Oh, she ticked the tree.
Oh, and look at her just crush past chumps more than twice her size.
Who isn't twice her size, really? I think Germ had a big Germ, Jeremy Colling.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
He had a caddy this weekend who was
Ricky.
Twice, oh, no! Wow, that was like the Rudy of trees right there. Not the tallest or widest or strongest of tree branches, but it got the job done at the end of the day.
It sure did. It's one of those trees that I always question. I always see a tree like that, and I think, who's out here deciding that should be in the fairway? I don't know who he is. He could be Patrick Brown. He could be Corey. I don't know who's in charge, but I don't see the purpose that tree serves.
Can we get like an in-depth profile on this tree?
I mean, is it even a tree? It was once a tree. It's very likely dead.
Do we have that in the can, Ian? Do we have that featurette? Wow. He's in the shade now, but seriously, Corey's tufts.
You hear shampoo commercials talk about bounce, and it's a sort of an abstract thing. What is bounce? Then you see a guy like Corey, and you immediately understand bounce is something that I want. It's something I don't have. And
Not
it's something I would pay a lot of money to get.
Yeah, not something you can define on paper.
And Ricky with a very accurate call out saying that it's not really, and we've alluded to this before, it's really not all about physical limitations. The chumps really prisoners of their own minds as well, just having a hard time thinking about executing shots, blocking the nerves, the cameras.
The celebrations too.
inopportune times to celebrate, cheering for mediocre shots at best.
Cheering for band hits, fist pumps on cage rollaways.
It's like
turbo putts with nothing in the way.
Yeah, they will make birdies, and we will applaud their skill. But in a way, I think
no way.
Sometimes it's all just blind luck. I don't know that any of them really aim at anything. I don't know. I think half or more don't really understand the concept of par or the game itself. They just come here, they throw, they buy discs, they smile. I think they're in it kind of for the high fives, I guess. It's sad, but it's also, they're having fun. And here's Paige for a long look at 2. Looks like they've set up a little bit of a gap. She's very close. See if Ricky can bring the highlights. This is the distance he is absolutely famous for. And it's a little low. It's going to be an easy 3, but what else was it ever going to be? This hole is so tough. And looks like Paige is going to take care of the par putt here. Both teams make par. And we've still got a 1-shot lead for the Chumps at -2 through 3 holes. Got a little technical shot here. Chumps still holding the tee pad, so they got to show their cards. It's going to be a little downhill, maybe Anheuser to flex backhand.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different modifiers and words for most Chumps to execute.
Yeah, that's tough. Usually it's like a max of, 1 is pretty comfortable.
Yeah, like
2
backhand. I can do that. That's a backhand.
That's a
Good.
backhand for me.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a different kilted chump here.
Yeah,
This is a second kilted chump.
Yeah.
And he's put a putter right down the gap.
Yeah.
Well, no, he hasn't. It looked decent, but it's hit a tree. It was down the gap for a little while.
Yeah.
I don't think
that's that single level.
Yep.
We're warming up.
Yep.
It's only the 4th hole. We'll get those secondary skills a little later in the round.
And look at this.
That's a throw.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so that's parked.
That's what
That
we call
was
park.
fantastic shot. Perfectly played. Uh-oh. Sleepy Legs is pointing at us. He says we need to be careful. He's going forehand right at us.
Okay.
This is very scary. Wow. I think we're going to be safe, but not by a lot. That was turned over so early into the thickest woods on the hole. That I don't know what. I mean, I don't know what he was doing. He should be throwing an ace run there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, really. One guy's parked, that's...
So,
It's
man,
okay.
chalk it up to nerves maybe.
Yeah.
Playing with a lead, not as easy as a lot of people think. And that takes a bad
double
kick.
And
We're
a
not going to
slight
need
roll.
those drives.
No.
Paige wasting no time. The Chumps are wasting a lot of time before each tee shot. Paige gets right up there, stands and delivers, takes a little mac off a tree and another mac. She's got a 55-footer there.
Down in San Diego, at UC San Diego, there's a Sunday morning crew that plays a temp course, an object course, on the campus at UC San Diego. And,
Ricky hits the early chump tree, and they're going to have to go with Paige's. They could be down 2 shots.
this is going to be interesting.
And now,
So
regale us with this tale of San
yes.
Diego.
This crew, they're a slightly old-timer crew. No offense. They're fine with that. And they have a rule where if you hit 3 separate trees on a throw, that it doesn't count as a throw.
Nice.
So if you were to go dink dunk bank,
You're
just
putting
like
for
that,
ace.
Yes.
Beautiful.
The next throw is your first throw. Hashtag dink dunk bank.
All right, we've got Paige Pierce a little bit obstructed from 55 feet. Huge pressure putt here with the Chumps where they are.
Everything is framed up perfect for a slow-mo highlight reel putt here.
You can tell she knows it. Oh, no, early out of the hand, and she hates it. She hates that
Usually
putt.
when you hear the, oh, my God, milliseconds after the release, that's because she knows it's going to be dead center. Bummer.
Rick up and going down just a little too low. Not enough contortion to get that thing in.
Yeah.
He was trying.
Yeah. A little bit of body English, but we're going to need a full master's degree of body
These
English.
champs are going to have to be careful. If they let the if they pay too much attention to the commentators, they're going to lose this battle very quickly.
Right.
They cannot concern themselves with trying to rib the ribbers. You know, it's a losing battle all the way.
I'm laughing because it can't be done.
It can't
just
be done.
The thought of trying to rib the ribbers is laughable.
It's pushing a very large rock up a very steep hill.
Yeah.
The Chumps have just tapped in birdie. Hole 5, Golden Gate Park. This is a tough one. We've got a lot of very big trees. Does this path play OB? It does. Oh, I see this string. I should have seen it. Maybe they should have bought a color that is not dirt colored for their string. That's just a pro tip.
Oh no.
Oh, an early tree and a roll. That's
Early
if
chunk tree.
it's either OB or terrible or both.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's the play. It looks like they've got a wide hyzer to the basket from there.
Sometimes when you have a 400-foot hole, you want to just bang out a. Oh boy,
Kinda
look
like this.
out!
We are in danger.
Yeah, we're
but
gonna live, but that's way out of
Oh,
bounds.
and it's rolling
might have
down
2
towards
shots.
Market Street.
They might have 2 shots out of bounds, and you haven't seen very much Champs vs. Chumps action, but I will say, as the pressure builds, the Chumps crack.
As the pressure builds, that OB becomes.
Look at them! Look at this! Another extremely early tree hit, and who does it fall
and
to?
that was Andy.
Who do
That
we
looked
have?
like it was Andy.
There's only one Chump
Who do
left.
we have as the cleanup hitter for the Chumps?
I can't see.
None other but. Oh no! It was Corey.
That was Corey, and he's gone OB. He's absolutely
Definitely
let
2
them
shots
down.
out of bounds.
2, maybe 3, and the other one's horrible.
Yes.
They're all absolutely horrible tee shots.
We had a combination of tree hits, OB throws, tree
And
hits
look
to OB
at this
throws.
Champs play easily 3 times the distance of the
Yeah.
Chumps, even though she still hit a tree. I think
Yeah,
that was
on a-
Paige.
On a pretty far hole, she threw it
Medium,
down there
yeah.
pretty well.
And this is moving well.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
the same
boy.
tree. That could have been special. Now we'll see. Can the Champs turn this into a stroke? It's
Yeah.
really up to the Chumps, I suppose. They have to execute a clutch upshot from a way less than ideal location.
Right.
They're going to be taking this one maybe to the left, unless this first shot that went,
Yeah.
you could have jump putted it farther than that first shot. But if it's
Right.
inbounds, it could possibly be a play they look for. Corey's very worried about the disc he just lost. He threw that deep into some bushes, and he is just running in there.
Yeah, there was a guy on a bike, and he doesn't look like a disc golfer, although he definitely is. But usually guys on bikes, you can't quite trust them.
Yeah, really, what does a disc golfer look like these days? It's
That's true.
It's ever evolving.
Yeah, this is like the Viet Cong and their guerrilla warfare. You never know.
Okay.
Friend or foe.
And here comes a hyzer from
See,
a
this
Chump.
This is what I was hoping for. Get
and look
off
at him
that
go
tree.
out of bounds. Not surprised at all.
Why? Why?
Yeah, right out of bounds.
What was even the thought behind that first
And
one?
look at them. They're so excited just to even see a disc go inbounds at this point. That's so far from the pin.
Yeah, that one didn't hit a tree, which is
And they are loving it.
pretty cool.
And look at this.
That's Andy with the
Ambitious
big
hyzer. Sneaks through. Hits a tree, but that's the best shot we've seen them throw in a good half hour.
Yeah. That's
and now
true.
Corey. He's redeemed himself before. Usually he can be counted on. He's got a strong back for a short guy. And he's out of bounds again. When your captain fails you, the game is a lot harder. Okay, here is Paige.
Here she is.
Probably from 150 feet. Very smooth. Running the basket, and that's parked.
Wow.
Well done. It looks like Rick's going to fire a forehand here.
Firehand.
If they could put this in. Oh, boy. Wow. It's a good shot.
Running it for sure.
It's a good shot. They have a huge advantage here.
We'll say that's a close putt.
Yes.
For 3.
Yes. Chumps are lined up here from about 50 feet going uphill, and that's a wobbly layup if I ever saw one.
But when you're first to
It's
throw,
not
that's,
a bad
that's
play.
kind
Now,
of the play.
if we see 2 of those, then we could start talking about strategy. But
Right.
I can't fault. I mean, maybe they had a discussion. Maybe they said, throw a wobbly hyzer up there, try to stick it close.
They drew straws.
And that is a run. That is officially a run. Cannot fault that play.
Yeah. That's a Facebook official run right there. No more it's complicated. No more open relationship.
And that's a
Okay,
little
okay.
bit high, but it's not bad.
And his shirt
Yeah,
says, I'd
aptly.
rather be lucky than good.
That's
Yeah, but
the key
but
thing is not
it's-
realizing that you can be both. And look at Corey. Puts a great bid on the basket.
so close.
Almost still played the hero. After 2 straight shanks out of bounds, he almost comes back and still plays the hero
Now,
here.
if we can talk more about that shirt for just a second. It says, I'd rather be lucky than good. THAN. And that's just the chump mentality here.
Yeah, I
The
think
champs, I've seen Ricky, his upper arms, not trying to brag or anything, but he's got a tattoo that says, quote, I'd rather be lucky than good. THEN.
Wow.
And that's just the
that
difference
reflects
there
a lot.
between
That
champ
reflects a
and
lot.
chump.
And they've just taken a stroke. Narrowed the gap to just 1 with a par on the very difficult 5th. Oh, wow.
Here we
Paige
go,
has
here we go.
already ripped a shot here on the 6th hole with the elevated basket.
She
It's
went straight for
very
it, up
good.
over the hill.
That's
looks-
edge of circle. That was a fantastic shot.
Yeah, and this is kind of a far hole.
Yeah, I agree. And
At
the
least
basket
with-
is very tall.
Yes.
Ricky going with the forehand. It's a little bit slower than Paige's shot, so I think they're going to be taking Paige's. That was a fantastic throw. Again, the score, just 1 stroke separates these teams.
Yes. Chump.
I mean,
advantage chump.
I cannot imagine a chump reaching this hole. Can you?
You know, I've taken some soul-searching journeys through the streets of San Francisco lately, and they've led to some interesting dreams.
Oh, yes. So you can imagine a lot.
So I can, yeah.
But that chump there, I don't know who it was, but that might be halfway to the hole, and it didn't hit a thing.
Yeah. Which, you know, positives. No
Sure,
trees.
sure.
Good
Accuracy
job.
was good.
Oh, and
There's
man,
an
the
early
crowd.
tree hit.
Was that Ian?
I think it was.
I think it was because the crowd was on his side. We heard somewhat of a.
Well, when you see him pick up a
slightly-
disc, I mean, they're thinking this guy's a hero. This is our leader. This is
Fearless.
one of the guys that can actually do this for us.
Yeah.
And then he hits an early tree, and you can hear just kind of the sadness, the hopelessness sort of starting to set in, even with a lead.
Whoa.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Oh, of course. There was a tree. Of course it was heading right for a tree. It was a
Wrong
good
pin.
shot, though. All right, the Chumps have come to a decision here. They have an obvious candidate for their best drive. It is Corey's Crush.
Yes.
They have a really nicely framed up putt here to the elevated basket, downhill slightly, 65 feet. And this is the kind of putt were you to make it, this would absolutely light up the YouTube comments section, which is the ultimate dream of most of these players coming out here today. Oh, and he goes Anheuser. I do not like that choice.
He was going for the triple multiplier on the YouTube comments there.
He was trying to do a layup and a run, and there's 4 people here. We don't need to.
Yeah.
We don't need to do this half and half stuff.
So, hey, it's okay. It's okay.
I am not okay with this.
That
And
was
Aaron takes a
Definitely
really
a run.
great bid at it.
Yes.
That was beautiful.
That was not a layup.
No. And I hope we don't see another one here. Though Corey really isn't that close, let's be honest. Oh, no, that is very, very fluffy. That is neither a run or a
Gotta commit.
layup. Okay, Ian.
Let's see what he's got.
Restore some order to this world. That's a great run. That's what I was hoping to
boy.
see. Right underneath. They've got a tester putt left. It's behind a log. It's 40 feet.
Now, does the rule of verticality come into play?
Does it? I don't think it
Ever?
does. I don't think it's a real rule. Paige. Oh, she just
Dead
strikes the putt. Not a bit of nerves there. That was fantastic. She just went
Easy
huge
money.
drive, huge putt. If you've ever been to San Francisco and played this course, I guarantee you didn't birdie this hole, and she just did.
Yeah.
This first guy,
That's the first guy.
there's not a lot of... Wow, he does do it. His putt is very solid.
He's got a good putt. It's all that Morley Field practice.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that Morley Field is good for, it's putting.
After a huge drive and putt by Paige Pierce, putting the team on her back,
Yeah.
tying the score at -2. They will be taking the tee here on the 7th hole, and it's far-ish.
Far-ish, but a little downhill.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a turnover. I would expect Paige to go with a mid-range here. Here comes Paige. Backhand, mid-range, turning. Oh, and it contacts the fence. Nice tree protector set up there. That someday will be a great fairway tree. See if Ricky can make an adjustment here. Looks like he's going to go forehand.
Shocker.
Oh, no way. It's going
Wowzers.
deep.
Oh,
That's not bad, though. That's
Not
40
bad.
feet away. They'll
definitely
take that
in
every
champ
time.
range.
Yeah, there's not 2 champs better at a 40-foot putt than these two.
Not currently.
Not currently or perhaps ever. I think these
Okay.
these are 2 of the best Circle 2 putters in the game today.
Decent chump throw, which
Very
translates
decent.
into a decent chump throw translates into a champ throw that hits something.
Yeah, absolutely. A guaranteed par. And here comes that
Flex
forehand. This could be okay if only it had power.
Okay. Now see, we're starting to get a little more comfortable. We're what 5 or 6 holes into the round.
Yeah, this
You
is
see
7,
that
I
second
think.
level of okay.
This
6
is
holes
hole-
in.
this is
the
7, yeah.
7th hole. And we're
Oh, the
seeing-
low blaster does find the fence. This is just a little bit long for most chumps. They're not missing their lines. They're just but this chump right here has a cannon for an arm. It's Corey. It's football. He's going to say, "Hey Rick, I can do what you can do, but
lower.
What kind of bounce was
Whoa.
that?" He hits the ground and just takes a great skip, but it's still the result is
That's got to be a local route.
yeah. In the end, though, the result painfully average. There's not a lot to be done from there. Okay, so this
One of
is
the
a
many fist
long
bumps
way.
we've
This
seen
is
out
this
here.
is one of those 1 layup, 3 run situation that we dream about for these chumps.
This is ideal. This
We
is what you
talk
want.
about it a lot, and we very rarely see it.
He's going mid-range.
He's going with the
Mid-range.
run first, but that's pretty close. That was a very nicely thrown shot. He got a little bit of a run on the basket.
And Corey's going with a blue disc.
Yeah, blue drive. Blue disc was used on the drive, so might as well putt blue. And he's high enough, but he's over the top. A 2011 Pro World shirt.
It's a good shirt.
So I like seeing that, and I've said this before. This proves that he's at least witnessed good disc golf. Whether he's played it remains to be seen. He nearly just played a little bit of it there.
Right. Either he's witnessed world-class disc golf, or he's participated in a raffle put on by someone who has witnessed world-class.
Yeah, he's rubbed elbows with someone who's seen a good shot.
Yeah.
And that's more than a lot of these guys can say.
Really, when it comes to elbows, rubbing is as far as you want to go. Bumping.
That'll sting. Whoa, look at this. Oh,
boy.
Wow. Sleepy legs right off the front of the cage, 1 inch higher, and he's home. I would expect Ricky to want to just kind of put his stamp on this. Paige has kind of been making the highlight plays.
Yeah, she's really.
I think Ricky wants to come up here and say, you know what, there's another champ here, and he's made a putt or two. Oh, it's low.
Oh.
It's low. Was it a layup? It looked
Could
like
be.
one.
Could be.
Paige going to the kneeling stance here. Maybe just a branch in the way or something, or maybe she really needs to get that full stretch.
Oh.
Wow, great run. She's kind of famous for that diving putt.
Yeah,
she
the
will
diving
hit
knee
those.
straddle.
She will hit those.
Not the best. Not the best move for the Olympic pool, the diving knee straddle, but on the golf course,
It'll win you some points.
It'll make the highlight reels for sure.
So we've
Did
got
Corey
a couple.
he just
he just
made
filmed
the putt
his own
with
putt.
the camera on the shoulder.
Wow, he does it all. He does every job.
Yeah.
If he
All
could,
right,
if he
well,
would commentate on it, we'd be out of a job.
he might be. Yeah, he's commentating to himself.
Look at these practice putts. Champs just made 3 putts on this hole, so
Dang,
I'm
triple par.
Not exactly sure how you rule that one, but we may have to come back to that later.
We're here in the Shire of Golden Gate Park, standing just above what is cutely referred to as the Hobbit Hole.
It's pretty accurate. This basket is very well protected.
The squirrels are abnormally large.
Yes, a lot of roots, a lot of branches. We had a tie pars for both teams on that last hole, so we remain deadlocked at 2 under. Paige Pierce steps to the tee, looking for a turnover to get down in there.
It's turning.
Oh, it catches a branch. And that has a look. That has a look down into the hole.
Yeah. Down into the Hobbit Hole. Are you a Lord of the Rings fan?
Oh, who isn't?
Are you a super fan, though?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
Okay.
What a
Wow.
skip. That might have hit a Hobbit. That skipped huge. I don't know if it's going to be an open putt, though. I know that Paige does have an open putt.
That was Was that on purpose?
Can be.
I don't know. Fun fact.
Look at this line.
Whoa.
So ambitious. What is he even thinking going
And that
around
was
that tree?
That was a nasty backwards root kick.
Oh, here comes our original kilt player. He's got a little lucky rabbit's foot on front or something. Oh my gosh, he tags. Another chump just got hit. They're cannibalizing themselves. I have not seen that before. That chump just took a forehand right to the leg. I hope he's not slated for action on the next hole. Oh, and they're shaken by it.
Uh-oh.
He just tried so hard to avoid his teammates up here that he missed the fairway entirely.
Classic overcompensation.
One last chump here to have any kind of hope at seeing the basket.
Lining up a backhand. Ooh, takes the outside Anheuser route.
What are they thinking with that outside route? He's on the other tee pad. He went right at his friends again. At least it was coming in with absolutely zero speed, so no one could have been hurt by it.
We're still here on the Hobbit hole.
But we're focused on the tee pad for the next hole. The Chumps have elected to put their drive way over here off the fairway on the tee of the next hole, certainly conserving energy as they can all just walk here and then wait around for the next shot. But there's so many of them, I don't know if that's a concern that they should really have this early in the round.
Right. Yeah, you'd think with so many Chumps that the ones who are throwing, who are on the team, would be like carried on some kind of gilded throne
you would at least
by the
hope.
other Chumps, the army of Chumps, the loyal Chump servants.
And I just think what little energy they maybe have, I feel more of it should be spent on trying to get near the basket. I mean, why are they over here? What are they doing over there? You know, the idea is pretty clear. You just need to go up the middle. Oh, and they made a late switch. They aren't even playing the lie that they lined up on.
Yeah.
They've moved to the one. This is really an interference situation because they're playing the disc that the other Chump blocked with his ankle.
Oh.
That does not seem
conspiracy
very fair
theories.
because he's knocked it down and then they elect that as their best drive.
A lot of people say that the NBA is rigged, but
Nothing on this scale. Nothing this obvious.
Not even close.
Here, you throw a terrible drive. I'll jump in the way when there's a line to the basket, and then we'll all upshot from there. It's pretty pathetic.
Yeah. If it looks like it's fading away from the basket, I'll yell, what code word should I use? Oh, yeah, 4.
Look out!
Yeah. And then you just jump in the way and bank it.
Oh, that's very high. Did they get anything in the Hobbit hole, really? I mean, they might have got one down there.
Yeah. So if that's the Hobbit hole, where are we standing? Can we get do we have any fans of any Lord of the Rings fans that might know?
What's just outside the Shire?
What's outside the Shire?
Yeah, just a little bit further than the Shire, maybe, from the Hobbit hole.
Oh, snap. The camera, it's too much pressure.
That's
All
okay.
right, there
That's
you go.
okay. It's a complicated map.
There you go. We'll say that we are in Azkaban right now.
Oh,
just
no.
outside the Hobbit hole. In between the Hobbit hole and Tatooine, we are.
Oh, yeah.
We are on Battleship Stargate 2521.
The Champs are considering using Ricky's lie here. Maybe it's less obstructed than we thought. I felt that Page's was a very makeable putt. Oh, no, and Page is off the chains.
High left chains.
Ricky, if he made that executive decision to take his lie, he needs to come through here, right now.
Oh, yeah.
His putter's been cold so far, and
Oh,
it stays
boy.
cold.
That
They had a wide open putt, and they went with a tricky one, and it's bit them badly.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be taking
it
par
looks like
here.
the Hobbit hole has a very low ceiling because obviously hobbits are smaller than regular people.
True.
And interesting choice by Ricky, who's upwards of 6'9",
He is. He's up there.
to go with a putt that's such a low ceiling. That's got to be.
Maybe we could.
Who knows?
Should we do
Didn't take his own
do a
advice.
quick interview with the Champs perhaps about that decision making?
Yeah, sure.
We'll talk to him here on the tee.
Yeah.
We'll bring Paige up.
All right, so that was hole 8. Looks like you guys had a bit of a low ceiling. Paige's putt could have been a little more open, but longer. You guys went with the shorter, more constricted putt. And our viewers at home, we just have 2 questions. Why and how come?
Well,
Did they submit that question?
yeah, right? No,
They submitted the why. I dug deeper for the how come.
I'm pretty frustrated now, so I'm going to plead the fifth.
We got to give the Chumps some hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Wow.
And Paige stepping straight to the tee. We've got a short, straight hole here, and she's put a great run on the basket.
Yeah. Sometimes you miss,
Great
sometimes you
shot.
pure the
Sometimes
fairway.
you step up and park the hole.
Yeah.
And Ricky. Wow, what a shot. They're loving that. They are loving that. That's two great throws. They're looking for aces here. Tie game. Champs appear to be parked. Sometimes an easy hole can be very tough when the cameras are rolling.
Oh, yeah. When the cameras are rolling, when people are talking in your backswing.
Oh, wow. Making it look very easy. That was champ-like. Champ-like from this chump.
That was the guy with the 2011 World shirt.
Yep.
I'm starting to think it's not a raffle prize anymore.
Here we go. This is one. Is this our first female chump?
I think so. Definitely
And
not our
she's
first.
got good power.
Oh, yeah.
What a shot. Great play.
Wow.
Dude, we may need a verification of the chump card after that shot.
Yeah.
And we've got sleepy legs here.
Sleepy legs.
Wow, he rips it.
Oh, that's an ace run.
Whoa.
Is it going to hyzer? What a shot. They're making this hole look so easy.
I thought this was supposed to be a hard course.
It looks hard to me. Some of the chumps starting to grumble, thinking maybe Corey's stealing too much of the spotlight here. But he's not going to steal a lot of it with that turnover.
Ouch.
He just threw someone
Nice.
else's disc. He's quick to blame the disc.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was a wrist roll.
That might
Straight
have
in the
been
woods.
the longest average hair length of the chumps on that hole.
Wow, the champs have actually gone pretty long. They maybe thought too much about the ace.
Just trying to
Another
close
low
the door on
ceiling
those
putt.
dang
Can
chumps.
Ricky hit? No, he's low.
Very low. Dead center, but very low. Not a good combination.
Now we've got Paige. Is she outside the circle? Is it time for one of those lunging putts?
Diving knee straddle.
Diving Paige. I don't know if she's outside the circle here, but I do know this is a huge moment. Twice in a row, they've been stymied by a low ceiling, and this time they're going to pay a price,
Whoa,
a hefty
yeah.
price.
Do we have time to step into the commentator booth here?
Look at this. She's going to finish what she started. She put it down here, parked. She tosses in the birdie all alone. Thunderous applause. That's some of the
Thunderous.
loudest applause we've heard yet today. Very impressive.
Paul Macbeth threw in like a 70-foot eagle yesterday. Not even close to the applause that we just heard.
Well, the stakes were much lower yesterday.
Right. Yeah.